Somebody asked me to do a video on finger exercises and routines that I do, and I'm going to do one now, but I want to stress there's a caveat to this whole thing. These exercises are good for maintenance. They're good for when you're watching a football game or something on television that's mindless and you don't have to really concentrate on it too much, and you can just do these exercises, and what they'll do is they'll kind of keep your fingers nimble and stretched out if you stretch between routines. Very important to stretch. But these exercises are not meant to take the place of studying music. Okay, this is an easy trap that you can fall into. Don't let it get you, because it got me when I was younger. I would do a bunch of mindless routines and playing scales, running up and down the neck, but the truth is that you don't really learn to play guitar that way. You're just physically fit, but you know nothing. It's like being a bodybuilder that's really built and cut up and all that, but doesn't know his own address. Don't fall into that trap. Use these exercises as a warm-up. Use them as just maintenance, but you have to study in order to get better. And remember that the most important thing as a guitar player is you must be able to play rhythm. 95% of the time as a guitar player you will be asked to play rhythm, and if all you can do is shred on a guitar, you are screwed and you're not going to work. No one's going to give you work. You're going to be the kind of guy that sits at home running scales in his bedroom for the rest of his life. So here we go with the first one. This is one that uses alternate picking. By alternate picking I mean that everything is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Never a double down or a double up stroke. And what I do is this. First of all, it's going to be the first and third fingers only. Starting here, down at the first fret. And then you slide up. Slide up again, and now you're going to do the 1-4, okay? Pinky, first finger, pinky. And then it repeats, again with the 1-3. And so on. What you're going to do is, once you get to the highest frets, you just reverse the process and go back down the neck, which this way is down the neck. Why? Because the tones go lower. Okay? As you go up the neck, the tones get higher. Okay, here's another one. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse the process on the next string. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch strings. And then when you get there, you slide up. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to have a metronome. This is very, very important. You don't want to be one of those guys that gets into the studio and can't play to a click track, or writes a song in his own invented meter that can't be translated into a group setting, a band setting. And that happens so much to people that are just kind of like playing their guitar and never getting with other musicians or working with a metronome. You don't need to get this metronome, just get a metronome, any metronome. If you don't have a metronome, go online and find a drum loop and practice with a drum loop. This one is there. Okay? So you practice that. Okay? And with the other exercise too. Those are just a couple of exercises, what I'm showing you here. You can make up your own. There's an endless, infinite amount of these exercises that you can do on the guitar. Now that you have those two, what you might want to do is to help enable your playing along the neck is do something like this. Let's say you start here on the 9th fret, right? And you do the same exercises, but you do this. Now slide up to the 12th fret. And you can create your own jump. You can go from etc. Okay, and you can do that with the other one too. Between routines, stretch. Very important to stretch. Stretch your fingers like that without overdoing it. You don't want to hurt yourself, believe me. Stretch. And you stretch like this too. You can stick your fingers right there between there and stretch. And do both hands. Remember, this hand needs to be stretched too. Alright? What else do I have here? Oh yeah, here's one that Joe Satriani showed us in a video on YouTube. Sort of like playing a major 7 chord, right? But you want to go and then reverse them. So what you're doing is you're playing your pinky in this position. Your pinky is going to be on the 7th fret on the D string. Your 3rd finger, your ring finger, is going to be at the 6th fret on the G string. This middle finger is going to be on the 5th string on the B string, and this guy's going to be on the 4th fret of the high E string. And that's what it should sound like. And then you're going to reverse them. And that's what it should sound like there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go through the different string sets. So now you're going to go. So now your pinky should be on the A string, same fret, and every string should be moved down to these strings. And reverse them and then go to the next one, next string set. Oop. And that's a really good exercise. And you could also move it up and down the neck too. That's really, really cool. I need to do that more myself. I hope that this lesson helped. And again, there is no substitute for studying. Don't get caught in that I can really shred trap. Don't get caught in that, because you're going to screw yourself up. You're going to spend years trying to make up for all the lost time that you had. And that's even if you end up progressing as a guitar player later on in life. Don't get caught in that rut. Okay? And use a dava pick. That's the best pick in the world right there, buddy. Dava pick. Don't lose your grip. See ya.